walked into a room full of billionaires, politicians, and celebrities. He wore a $40 shirt. He didn't shake a single hand. He didn't smile for the cameras. And within 20 minutes, every single person in that room was waiting for him to speak. Not hoping, waiting, like their next move depended on it. This man had no title, no army, no social media following, yet he possessed something that money cannot buy and power cannot steal. Something that makes people follow you before you ever open your mouth. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what that is, and I promise you this: once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Every room you walk into will look different. Every conversation will feel different, because you'll finally understand why some people command the room without ever commanding anyone. This is the invisible psychology behind the most dangerous kind of power there is, the kind that needs no permission, the kind that makes the world bend around you while you stand perfectly still. Let's begin. Most people think power looks obvious. The luxury car pulling up, the Rolex catching the light, the Instagram follower count with more zeros than a phone number. But real power is almost always invisible. In fact, the harder someone tries to look powerful, the weaker they usually are inside. Psychologists call this compensation behavior. When someone feels small internally, they compensate externally. They lease what they can't afford. They brag about who they know. They dominate conversations because silence terrifies them. They are constantly performing for an audience that isn't even watching. But truly powerful people don't need constant proof. Their confidence speaks without saying a word. Think about the most respected person you've ever met. Chances are they didn't spend every second reminding everyone how important they were. They didn't need to, because real power begins internally, not externally. It is not displayed, it is possessed. The person who controls their emotions controls the situation. Imagine two people arguing. One is yelling, red-faced, veins popping. The other hasn't raised their voice once. Who looks stronger? Always the calm one. Always. Powerful people understand something that took psychologists decades to map out. Emotional reactions are predictable, and predictable people are easy to manipulate. The moment someone can trigger your anger, your fear, your insecurity, they gain influence over your behavior. They own your next move before you make it. That's why powerful individuals train themselves to remain composed under pressure. They don't panic. They don't explode. They don't let temporary emotions make permanent decisions. Because every emotional outburst gives away information, and information is power. The less control others have over your emotions, the more power you keep for yourself. Powerful people are students of human behavior. They understand what motivates people, what scares them, what excites them, what influences them. Most people focus on themselves. Powerful people focus on others. Because the better you understand people, the easier it becomes to lead them. The greatest leaders in history weren't mind readers. They were pattern readers. They noticed what others missed. They understood desires, fears, ambitions, weaknesses. And here's the part most people don't want to hear. People are far more predictable than they realize. Most decisions are driven by emotions first. Logic comes later. You buy the car because it makes you feel successful. Then you justify it with safety ratings. You date someone because of how they make you feel. Then you list their qualities to your friends. Powerful people know this. They use it, not always to manipulate, but to inspire, to persuade, to build movements. Understanding psychology gives them an enormous advantage because they see the game while everyone else is still reading the rules. This one surprises most people. Many believe powerful people dominate conversations. Actually, the opposite is often true. They listen a lot. Because when you speak, you're giving information. When you listen, you're collecting information. And information creates leverage. Powerful people ask questions. They observe. They analyze. They let others reveal themselves. Meanwhile, everyone else is busy trying to impress. Silence is uncomfortable for most people. We rush to fill it. We panic. We say things we don't mean just to end the awkwardness. But powerful individuals use silence strategically. Silence creates tension. Silence creates attention. Silence creates curiosity. And sometimes silence speaks louder than words ever could. This may be the biggest difference of all. Most people are controlled by approval. They want to be liked, accepted, validated, praised. Powerful people understand that trying to please everyone is a trap. The moment your happiness depends on others' opinions, you become their prisoner. How many opportunities have you missed because you were afraid of criticism? How many dreams have been abandoned because someone might laugh? Powerful individuals are willing to disappoint people, not because they're cruel, but because they prioritize purpose over approval. And that's exactly why others respect them. Confidence grows when approval stops being necessary. Average people seek comfort. Powerful people seek leverage. Most individuals focus on today's problems. Powerful individuals focus on tomorrow's opportunities. They understand delayed gratification. The ability to sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term success. Psychologists have studied this extensively. The people who can delay rewards often outperform those who can't. Powerful people think in years, sometimes decades. While others chase immediate satisfaction, they invest, learn, build, wait. And over time, the gap becomes enormous. We live in an age where attention is constantly under attack. Notifications, social media, entertainment, distractions everywhere. And yet, attention is one of the most valuable resources in existence. Where attention goes, life follows. Powerful people understand this. They guard their attention fiercely. Because focus creates mastery. Mastery creates value. And value creates influence. The average person spends hours consuming. Powerful people spend hours creating. That's a massive difference. Now here's the biggest psychological secret. The people who chase power directly often never get it. And the people who focus on becoming valuable naturally attract it. Why? Because power is usually a byproduct, not the goal. People follow competence. They trust confidence. They respect discipline. They admire self-control. When you become someone who solves problems, creates opportunities, provides value, power starts finding you, not the other way around. The psychology behind powerful people isn't magic. It isn't luck. And it isn't something reserved for a select few. It's a collection of habits, mindsets, behaviors, and decisions repeated consistently over time. Control your emotions. Understand people. Speak less. Listen more. Stop seeking approval. Think long-term. Protect your attention. Focus on becoming valuable. Because real power isn't about controlling others. It's about mastering yourself. And once you master yourself, you'll possess something that no one can ever take away. If this video just rewired something in your brain, I need you to do 3 things right now, and they will take you less than 10 seconds total. First, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell, because I drop videos like this every single week that peel back the layers of human psychology most people never get to see. And the algorithm buries this kind of content. You need to be subscribed or you'll miss it. Second, drop the word master in the comments below if you're done letting other people control your emotional state. I read every single comment, and I want to know exactly who in this community is actually ready to level up, not just watch. Third, and this is the most important one, share this video with one person who needs to hear it. Not someone who will casually watch it and forget. Someone whose entire trajectory could shift if they understood what you just learned. Because here's the truth. Understanding people is powerful, but understanding yourself changes everything. And the world doesn't need more people chasing power. It needs more people who've mastered themselves. I'll see you in the next one.